So I recently found out that I have an amazing talent for untying pretty much anything. I just kind of want to put that out there. But other than that, let's just get into the story. This is probably one of my favorite stories I've ever talked about. I haven't talked about this one before, but probably one I've ever experienced. It's kind of funny, but it's kind of like freaky at the beginning, just for me at least. Anyways, let's just get into this. So this happened around 2 million years ago. I think I was in the seventh grade, and I just met this kid. I don't know why. I was just so stupid. I met this kid, just met him, and we are like, hey, let's just have a sleepover. And I was like, okay, yeah. And it was me and like one of my friends, and we met the kid, and I think he was in eighth grade. He said his parents weren't gonna be home that night, and we are just gonna kind of go and hang out and like dick around and stuff. Anyways, later that night, before we actually went back to his house, this part in the story is kind of critical. But before we went back to his house, we were hanging around, and there was back then I was, well, not really to this day as much, but back then I wasn't really the coolest guy ever. Not a lot of people liked me. But other than that, I bumped into these guys, and they were about to pick a fight with me, and then we just kind of ditched because we didn't want to get into there. And then we got back to his house, and when we got to his house, we were just kind of there. We decided to watch a couple movies and eat some snacks and stuff. So we sat around and watched the movies. And another thing about it, they were like really, really, really dirty for how young we were. And yeah, we were just kind of messing around the whole night. And then it got to be around, I want to say 2 in the morning. We were just kind of hanging around and doing whatever we wanted to do. Because, like I said, his parents weren't home that night. And here comes the creepiest part for me. It was scary. And we were kind of hanging out, and all the lights were on the house, and everything was on, and we didn't turn anything off to watch all the shows and stuff. 30 minutes into like one of our five movies that we were watching, everything in the house just shut off. Like the TV first, and then the lights went off. We're like, what the heck just happened? And then we kind of like looked around at each other just to see what happened, and we were scared out of our minds. Like we didn't know what happened. Like maybe there was a power outage, because those happen a lot in our neighborhood, but that's mainly when it rains. So we kind of looked around outside the window just to see if anyone else's houses were like out, because normally that happens. And then we looked outside, and no one else's houses were out. We were like, this has got to be like a burglar, like trying to like cut off the lights and like come in here and like rape us or something. My friends, they got up and ran, and my other friend, I don't know what he was doing, but he came back in because I was trying to get my phone, because I started running out the door, and I was like, crap, if there's a burglar, I need to call 911, because they didn't have their phones on them. So I turned back around, grabbed my phone, unhooked it from the charger, and my friend was just standing there waiting for me. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You could have been like raped by now. And like we ran outside, and we were all like freaking out. We ran like maybe six more houses down. Like it was that far. We ran pretty far down, and we hid behind a car. I quickly dialed 911. They're like, what's your emergency? And I was like, I'm at a friend's house right now, and the house just got broken into. And they're like, do you know, like, are you in the house still? And we're like, no, we got out as soon as the power shut off. And she's like, okay, what else happened? And we're like, well, the power shut off, and we heard like footsteps and like a pot drop, and we just immediately left the house. And she goes, can I speak to the owner of the home? I was like, well, okay. So I gave it to my friend, and he started talking. I don't remember what they were saying, but I was just kind of sitting there like freaking out. And my friend, he was over there like hyperventilating. He was on the ground like about to like pass out because he was freaking out. And at that time, I thought, what if it was the kids that were trying to pick a fight with me? And they were like these ghetto kids. And honestly, I thought like they were that stupid to go to the house and like try to beat me up. And maybe around like 10 minutes later, the cops finally showed up at the house, and they like, I think it was like 3 squad cars like showed up, and they all got out, and the guy had like his light and his pistol out, and they went inside. They actually busted the door down, and they busted the door down. I thought that was just so freaking cool when I saw it happen. But anyways, they ran inside. We were like, hey, what's going on? All the lights went back on. We're like, what the heck? And then they came back outside, and guess who it was that they brought out? It wasn't his friends. It wasn't his dog. It wasn't the generator that broke. It was his freaking parents. The parents, they walked out. Apparently they were supposed to come in there and like play a prank on us and like turn off the lights and run in there and like, oh, we got you guys. And instead we just ran outside, and they didn't, like, they were like, what the heck? Like, why'd they go? But the parents were stupid. They were trying to play a prank on us. Anyways, the cops, they kind of like talked to us for a little bit, figuring out what was happening. And they were like, yeah, that's the end of that. And we were just kind of talking for a little bit. And the cops were like, well, you guys did the right thing. And yeah, so then the cops went and they left. And then after that, the parent came back out and they're like, well, you guys did the right thing. And we're like, well, you guys didn't. You guys came in here and decided to scare the crap out of us. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you guys do enjoy these kind of new videos and everything like that. And I did really think this was a good way to kind of kick off my new style of videos. So I thought this was a really good video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.